Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I am doing the No Preparations book tag. So this tag was created by Heather over at the Happy Booktuber. I will leave a link to her video down below. She also tagged me to do this. So the idea of this is that you go into YouTube, you type in quotations, original, and then book tag, and you search, and then you filter it by the most recent. You then pick the most recent original book tag that has been created and you do it. You're not allowed to watch the video, so if it has context, you have no idea what that is, and you just have to answer the questions. So I got my laptop down here, which you're probably going to see some glare on my face when I open it, and I will head over to YouTube. Just waiting for it to load.
3 hours later.
So I will type original book tag and search for the newest original one. Okay, so the actual newest original one is the Plan With Me book tag by Shelby from What's My Page Again. However, she has tagged me to do that, so I'm not going to do that one now because I'm going to make a whole separate video just doing that tag. Okay, I found it. So the newest original tag is the Illuminate Files book tag. I have not read the Illuminate Files, but whatever. So this has been created by the Bookish witch. I will put a link to her video in the description box, so if any of you guys who have read the Illuminate Files want to do this, and then you can. Oh my god, there's like no information in the description box. Oh, no, it's okay. There's a Google Doc form. I'm just not very clever. Okay, so Illuminate Files book tag. For each of the characters below, choose one prompt to respond to. You can do both prompts if you like, but you need only do one for a total of 8 prompts or answers. So I'm just going to do one because I haven't read the Illuminate Files, so this literally means nothing to me anyway. So book 1, Illuminate. If this spoils Illuminate from me, Heather, I'm coming for you because this is all your fault. Book 1, Illuminate. Katie Grant. Either A, name a character with knowledge outside typical gender roles, or B, name a book with a strong family dynamic. So I'm going to go for the book with a strong family dynamic, and I'm going to go with The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, which is a book about the Black Lives Matter movement. And it is about a girl who goes to a party and her friend gives her a lift home after that, and they are stopped by a police officer and he is shot. There is a great sense of community in this book, and I absolutely adore her family. She has siblings. I think she has an older brother who always looks out for her. Her dad is one of my favourite characters in the entire book, and I just really love the strong sense of family and community that provides a backbone for this novel about a really dark topic. Second character is Ezra Mason. Either A, name a character who is the straight-laced Boy Scout, or B, name a book with a positive romantic relationship between characters. Okay, so I'm going to go for B, and I'm going to go for Laszlo and Sarai from Strange the Dreamer, because even though their relationship is not at all conventional, and I don't really want to mention anything about Strange the Dreamer, but essentially I'm picking them from the way that they treat each other. They're deeply respectful. Laszlo is the sweetest guy ever. He's had no experience with women and he's very deeply respectful of them. He is always very gentle. He's never mean. And he listens to Sarai and she listens to him. Even if they don't agree on things or they don't understand some things about each other, they discuss and they listen until everything's sort of straightened out or one of them gains a deeper understanding of whatever it was they were discussing. I just think they're absolutely adorable, and it is a very healthy... If you think of just their relationship without taking into account any of the external sources or the context, then it is a very healthy relationship. If you take into account the things that are actually going on around them, it's not healthy, but that's not the relationship's fault. That's just what's happening in the world. Book 2, Gemini. Hannah Donnelly. Either A, name a badass female character, or B, name a book with feminist themes. So I'm going to name a badass female character, and that is going to be Manon Blackbeak from the Throne of Glass series. She is like my favourite badass queen. I absolutely adore her. She enters the series as an evil character, but things happen. We find out that maybe she's not quite so evil. She does some really nasty things in the name of her coven, but she also has a deep friendship with the people in the 13. She also goes on a great learning curve. She finds out that things that maybe she's thought were true her entire life aren't, and she deals with those. She also has a great relationship with her Wyvern, so how can I not love her? And essentially she just slays, both literally and figuratively. Nick Malikov. Either A, name a character with a bad boy redemption arc, or B, name a book with a criminal underground. So I'm going to go with the criminal underground, and I'm going to go with The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, This is about an underground criminal network of psychics. And the reason that they're criminals is because it is illegal to be a psychic. It's considered unnatural and the government will hunt you down and kill you for it. So essentially all the psychics band together in these underground crime gangs. And our main character, Paige Mahoney, is the second in command to one of the highest ranking crime gangs. There's lots of sort of hierarchy wars between the gangs and between gang members, and essentially it's just a really great sci-fi. It is really deep and you go into the world not knowing a lot, but it's really interesting once you get to grips with the world that you're in. Character 3 is Ella Malikov, and either A, name a quirky character who becomes your favourite, or B, name a book with a disability representation. Okay, just because I'm reading Muse of Nightmares right now and this automatically comes to mind, I'm going to go with Ruby from Muse of Nightmares. She is very impulsive. She'll stumble in the room where people are having a conversation and just say something completely inappropriate or irrelevant. She kind of disregards other people, not because she doesn't care, but that's just her personality. So she'll say really flippant remarks. And I'm saying that she becomes my favourite because where I'm up to in Muse of Nightmares, she's just done something pretty cool that's helped everybody out. And I really like her. Book 3, Obsidio. Asher Grant. Either name a character who stands up for those who can't stand up for themselves, or B, name a book featuring a hospital scene. So I'll go with the hospital scene and I'll go with If I Stay by Gail Foreman. This is a book about a girl who is going on a trip with her family and it's icy. They get into an accident and everyone dies in her family apart from her. So she has to decide whether she wants to stay in the real world without her family or whether she wants to move on and be with her family. So a lot of this takes part in the hospital because she is in a coma this entire time. The only thing she really has to stay for is that she has a scholarship to Juilliard. I believe she plays the cello. And also she has a boyfriend. And I think it flips between two perspectives. It's been a while since I've read it. But there's her sort of going through the reasons why she may want to live or die. And there's also her boyfriend who's essentially sat by a hospital bed the entire time. Reese Lindstrom. Either A, a character who defects / goes AWOL from the military or a government organisation, which I feel like is very specific. Or B, name a book about war. So even though I said it's specific, I'm going to go with A and name a character who defects or goes AWOL from the military / government organisation. And I'm going to name Wolf from the Lunar Chronicles, particularly Scarlet. He is a mutated human wolf type creature who has been, is it the moon? Is it Lavana on the moon? Somebody has created these horrible hybrid soldiers, I believe it's Lavana on the moon, to create destruction on Earth so that she can then come in and take over. Wolf is one of these, however, he meets Scarlet and he does have a bit of a conscience. A lot of them tend to be really animalistic, whereas he can be torn between his feral animalistic side and his human side. So he has to make a choice whether to stay with his pack or whether to follow Scarlet, who is a woman with beautiful bright red hair that he's sort of become fascinated with. And he defects from his wolf pack eventually. Although I think there is some brainwashing that kind of keeps him in his pack for a while. So I really need to reread the Lunar Chronicles. And then finally, a character spanning all 3 books is the notorious Aiden, who I have heard a lot about, even though I haven't read these books and have tried to avoid hearing a lot about them. Either A, name a character you love but who makes you question your morals, or B, name a book featuring an AI character. So I'm going to go with A, a character that you love that makes you question your morals, and I'm going to go with Tamlin from A Court of Thorns and Roses because I still love Tamlin and I still want Tamlin's redemption arc, and everyone's like, he's controlling, he stops Feyre from doing this, and he's a horrible person and he was really mean to Feyre. Well, yes he was, but you know, you were all with me, well, most of you were with me in book 1 when we were in love with Tamlin and hated Reese because Tamlin was great in book 1 and he wasn't. His sort of personality was masked by Feyre's desire to be a kept woman. But we liked him. We fell in love with Tamlin until Sarah decided she wanted us to fall in love with Reese. And there's still like always going to be a big piece of my heart that really loves Tamlin and thinks that he deserves his redemption arc. He either needs a redemption arc or he needs to die tragically, just because that'll really pull at my heartstrings. But I'm hoping for redemption for Tamlin, and I still really love him despite all of the horrible things he did. So that is everything for the Illuminate Files book tag and also the No Preparation book tag. Thank you very much, Heather. Thankfully, I don't think I was spoiled for the Illuminate Files, although I can see from the names of these characters that some of them are related. But whatever, I have no context, I will be fine. Please let me know what you thought of this book tag, I'm going to tag a few people. I'd like to tag Ellie from The Ellie Effect, Shell from Fixie Dust, and Emma from Emma Novella. Please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you're go when nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.